What is going on, members of the Shy Guys squad, and welcome to a UU battle here on the channel against Raymon or Flaming Axel. I think that is his Twitter. I will leave his link in the description down below, so make sure to check him out. Great lad, and today we're having a UU battle. I built myself a team, and I hope you guys will enjoy it. I will show you guys on the bottom screen soon, but let's just write down quickly what my opponent has brought today. Since my phone is busted, I can't exactly take a picture of his team, so we'll just write it down instead. He has brought Goodra. Rest in peace, myself. Mega Aggron, from what it looks like. Galvantula. Entei, probably Banded Entei. Shaman. And a Doublade. So pretty interesting team on my opponent's part. Now, I'm gonna show you guys my team real quick. So, we're gonna go here. I have Sean the Mega Blastoise, Sensei the Mienshao, Sunburnt the Heliolisk, Doggo the Arcanine, Bubblegum the Sylveon, and Grass Sanic the Shaman. So I'm thinking against his team, just looking at it the way it's structured, I feel like he's going to lead Galvantula. So my best lead would probably be Doggo. I think Doggo's a pretty safe lead, which would scare him out. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to lead Doggo. And then we'll see what he does. I've cut the music, so it's like only audio, like cries and stuff. So hopefully you guys can hear that if you enjoy it. I'm going to turn down the music a little bit here. I feel like it's a bit loud. So hopefully you guys can hear it well. Let me think what you think of this type of battling format where you can hear only the sounds and not really the... Oh, he leads with Aggron. Interesting lead on my opponent's part, but definitely understandable. He wants his rocks up early. So I think my best play is just to click Will-O-Wisp, as he's going to Mega Evolve, probably Heavy Slam, Thunder Wave, or something like that. Not quite sure. Now we can find out if this thing is offensive though, or if it's tanky. So I'm going to go for a Will-O-Wisp. I definitely outspeed it because Arcanine is a fast Doggo. And then, so now he's burned and he's going to go for the Thunder Wave. So we're trading statuses here, so I think he would be bulky since he's Thunder Wave, Mega Aggron. Now his team doesn't really have a fire switch in, except for like Goodra. Entei doesn't really want to switch into an Arcanine either. So I think my safest play is just to Flare Blitz, and that is indeed what I'm going to do, as he's going to get his rocks up. No worries, no worries. The biggest fear is Galvantula and Sticky, and I'm fully paralyzed because Yellow Magic is the best move in the game. You know, unfortunate, but that's the game we play, ladies and gents. I'm just going to click Flare Blitz again. I think it's my best play. I am Spadef. I am a Spadef Arcanine. Hopefully he switches out into the Galvantula, even though that would be a very, very bad play. Japanese. That's Entei. That's Banded Adamant Entei, probably, from what I would guess. Extreme Speed, Banded Adamant. So I'm just going to go for a Flare Blitz right here and see how much damage that will do. That's a good chunk, seeing as I am a defensive Arcanine. So, yeah, I think he's a, I am pretty sure he's an Adamant Entei. So, switch-ins to Adamant Entei. They don't really exist except for this thing, and he could bulldoze on this as I don't have any flying types. I know Crobat is pretty huge in this tier actually, so he could Stone Edge. I mean, Blastoise is probably my best bet. What does Blastoise invite in? Blastoise kind of invites in the Galvantula. You die. I mean, it's my only switch in. I could risk stay in and risk him to go for like Sacred Fire, which would be a poor play on my opponent's part. Regardless if I switch in, he's probably going to bulldoze regardless, or pull a double. I'm going to go into Sean. I'm going to play it safe. He had to have brought this thing in for a reason, so he just decided he opts to stay in as I switch into my Blastoise. I don't remember if I chose a bit more of a defensive variant of Blastoise or if I went for the defensive variant. But he's going to go for a Stone Edge, and that's going to do it's a reasonable chunk. A pretty good chunk, actually. Now, what would his switch into my, it would probably be Shaman, right? I could Ice Beam on the switch into Shaman, or I could just Rapid Spin to get these hazards away and then swap into my own Shaman. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do that. I don't like these hazards. I don't want them up. So I'm just going to spin. As he goes into Miss Goo. That's my baby. Oh, why is it shiny? Why do people got to do this to me? Why does it have to be a shiny Goodra? Shiny Goodra isn't even that... It doesn't, in my opinion, shiny Goodra doesn't look good. I just prefer the regular one. But yeah, we're going to rapid spin away all these hazards on our side of the field. We get a crit, and he is not gooey. He is Sap Sipper. That's actually very nice information to us know, so he can't just freely Seed Flare. That's one thing I knew, that's one thing I kind of took notes of when it came down to my team building. I figured I wouldn't be able to just spam Seed Flare because he would be I figured he would be that. So he's going to go for Sludge Bomb, and I excellently predicted on my opponent's part, predicting me to go into Sylveon. And he does not get the poison, fortunately for us. I feel like he would either he's A, going to stay in, or B, switch into Ag. Well, he has two swap-ins to this thing, which are Aggron and the... What's the other thing? Doublade. So I'm going to Wish as he withdraws. He could also go into Entei. Entei is also a super safe switch in here. But he is going to go into AGG Ron. Get that extra burn damage. So I'm going to Wish, and then I wanted to swap into my Blastoise to get that thing up and going again. I feel like he's just going to Thunder Wave. It would be his best play, as I'm not Heal Bell Sylveon. I wish I was Heal Bell Sylveon right now. But I'm still going to go into Sean. Sean needs the HP. And he doesn't really have a good switch in because I do have Ice Beam as well. I have Ice Beam Scald, which does a lot of work to his team. I also have Flash Cannon for other Sylveons. As he's going to go for the Stealth Rocks again. He's going to opt to bring up the rocks one more time. And I'm just going to get my health back because Blastoise took a huge beating earlier due to that. I could just spin here, or I could Scald him. But he's already burned, so I don't see a reason not to spin. He's going to get me paralyzed, most likely. Because he's probably Spadef, due to Filter and his already base 130 or 230 defense. So I would assume him being defensive. So I think, honestly, that my best play... Look at these Megas out here, though. Mega Aggron, Mega Blastoise, the tanks of UU. I could Rapid Spin, just get these away and risk getting paralyzed. Or I could try to Scald and try to knock him out. That's actually a calc I kind of want to look at. I want to take a little gander at this. So, damage calc. I'm just kind of curious here. It's a standard Mega Blastoise. That's an offensive spinner. That's about my spread. I think I am modest. Versus a Mega Aggron. Standard UU tank. At level 50, of course. So my Scald, he's not in Scald range, so I might as well just Rapid Spin. I don't lose anything by spinning. I'm gonna Scald. Screw it. I didn't lose anything by spinning, except for giving him burn damage. Oh! Well, I killed him, so I'm not paralyzed. That's actually very nice. I do like that. I'm happy about that. So he wasn't fully Spadef, at least. Galvantula comes in. That's a bit of a threat. I could go into my Spadef Arcanine, but that means I lose 25%, and I don't want to do that. The question is, how much do I need Blastoise for still on his team? He has a Goodra, which eats up my heads. He has Entei, which would be nice to have a switch into. Shaman and Doublade. So I kind of need this a little bit longer. I could go into Senic. But then he outspeed. No, he doesn't, because he hasn't gotten webs up yet. What does my Senic have again? Psychic Seed Flare. I could go into Senic and then make a double back into Sean. I'll do that. I'm gonna go into Grass Senic. I'm gonna go into my boy Grass Senic. It might seem like a bit of an odd switch in as it is on a bug type, but he's going to go for the Thunder, and he's going to connect on my Shaman. And hopefully, crossing our fingers, we won't get paralyzed. Luckily for us, we do not get paralyzed, which is very nice. I could Seed Flare right here, but then Goodra can switch in. I could Psychic and do some good damage. I could Earth Power. That's like the safe middle ground play, because nothing on his team is levitating. So I think I'm going to Earth Power. That's my safest play. As he is going to withdraw Galvantula, which is nice. I'm very happy about that. As he goes into Entei, that's amazing. I'm very happy I went for the Earth Power right there. That is a great play on our part. And that's going to do a good chunk of damage as well, so I am going to just go for another Earth Power. That was actually a very nice play on our part. I didn't really expect it as a prediction kind of thing, but you know, it works. So now he's going to withdraw again. He's forced to withdraw his Entei. And then he's going to go back into his Galvantula, which is going to take a pretty nice chunk from Earth Power, to be honest. If we get a high roll, we can take this thing out, and no webs need to worry. We don't need to worry about webs. But he could be Scarf. If he's Scarf Galvantula, that would kind of suck. But it's very possible. He's not Scarf Galvantula, okay. He could be Scarf Modest Galvantula. As he goes for a Volt Switch, he thought he could scare me out. He thought. I mean, now he can bring an Entei and E-Speed me, which is bad. But if he goes into Entei, I think my switching is going to be Blastoise again. And now I can almost safely Rapid Spin. So in comes the Entei once again. And this time I'm going to go into my Blastoise and then I'm going to Rapid Spin. Because he can't get his rocks back up. And Blastoise can sponge up any 2 hits from this Entei. And then I can spin away I can spin away these hazards and then we'll be fine. So I'm going to go into Blastoise here. Yeah, boy Sean is in the building. As he's going to go for the extreme speed just like I predicted. I mean, why would he not? And then I can safely Rapid Spin these hazards away. He has no switch. He has no... Well, he has Doublade. He could go into Doublade. He does opt to go into Doublade. Very nice play on my opponent's part, of course, to try to prevent me from getting these hazards away. Of course, I can always bring Sean back in as I have Healing Wish on my... I have Healing Wish on my... Shaman, and I have Wish on my, what does he switch into now, though? He goes into Goodra. Okay. I can try to spin on this thing as well. I don't really mind. If I can get a burn on this thing, I don't mind whatever happens. Blastoise has kind of, like, served its purpose, and we get a burn on the Goodra. That is amazing. Great for us. I don't think Thunderbolt should kill, as we are we're a Mega Blastoise after all, so I'm just going to try to spin again. If he swaps into Doublade again, I don't mind. Blastoise has really served its purpose, but I kind of still need it just a little bit. Oh, he swaps again? Does he go back into Doublade? He goes into Shaman. So he goes into his own Shaman as I'm going to go for the Rapid Spin, because I don't want to deal with these hazards. They're kind of annoying me. And now they are out, so now I can go into... I could go into Doggo here. Yeah, I think I'm going to go into Doggo. My Fire Water Grass is doing its work right now. He has Fire Grass. I don't think he has a Water type on his team. I think Water is a very nice defensive typing, but it's also a pretty decent offensive typing. So he's going to go for a Seed Flare on my Spadaf Arcanine, so this is probably not going to do anything. Oh, that did a good chunk. He's Life Orb Shaman, so we know that our Shaman outspeeds this thing now, which is nice. Entei can't come in because it's very weak. And he has no switch-ins to Flare Blitz anymore. That's pretty good. He has no swap-ins to Flare Blitz anymore. Galvantula is basically dead. Aggron is gone. Goodra is really weak. He's Life Orb though, so he can opt to swap up to Earth Power, but this should probably not do a whole lot either to us. As long as we don't get paralyzed now, that's the big thing. So we're gonna drop in here though. We're gonna drop in here and we're gonna take out the Shaman. Excellent work, Arcanine. Excellent work. Unfortunate to see his Grass Sanic go down because Grass Sanic is really, really cute. And we can also Healing Wish this Arcanine back up, which is probably what I'm going to opt to do with my Shaman. Because Arcanine still serves a lot of purposes. Hopefully, I mean, I would expect Entei to come in here now because E-Speed and then pick me off, but then he knows my Blastoise would come back out, so he could go Doublade, try Shadow Sneak. He could go Galvantula. But if he goes Galvantula, I'm going to click E-Speed. If he goes into Goodra, then I'm going to swap probably into Sylveon because we can take another Sludge Bomb and deal with it that way. So I'm a bit skeptic on what my opponent is going to opt to do right now. He's probably in a bit of a pickle as he lost. Yeah, he's going to go into Entei. I mean, I have no reason to not swap into my Blastoise and then click Scald. His team is very weakened at this point. So I'm going to go into Blastoise. Blastoise can take Stone Edge, Blastoise can take Bulldoze, it can take Sacred Fire, it can take Extreme Speed. I can take whatever this thing opts to go for. So I'm going to go into my boy Blastoise as he opts to go for another Extreme Speed. I know he's banded, so I'm not too worried about it. And I can click Scald, I can click Ice Beam. He has a Doublade and Entei that doesn't appreciate it. He has a Galvantula that dies to basically anything I do. And he has a Goodra that can take Scald. Safe play is Flash Can. I mean, safe play is Scald. He has 3 months that doesn't want to take it. He only has the Goodra left, and if I can get my... I don't recall if I have hazards, actually. I don't think I have. But he goes back into Miss Goo, the Goodra, and that is perfectly fine, because right now, I think Sean has served its purpose. Sean has done more than enough work for the team. So if Sean goes down here, I'm just going to go into Shaman, Scarf Healing Wish up my Arcanine, and then he will be fit to take on the... Entei again. So I'm gonna go for an Ice Beam here, and that's not gonna do a slight chunk to this thing. This Goodra is so thick. I swear, it doesn't die. Neither does Sean, I guess. Geniuses, Sean. You're bulky. Oh, it was a speed tie. Okay, that makes sense. How much speed do I have on my Blastoise? Hold on. I'm curious right now, actually, because I speed tie with Goodra? Hold on. You team. Let me look at my Blastoise. Oh yeah, I have 12 speed in my Blastoise. I guess that means I speed tie on Mega Evolution? Oh yeah, because I added... Oh yeah, I had 2 speed points, which means I speed tie with base 80s uninvested. Huh, that's pretty funny. I could go Sunburnt, I could go Bubblegum. I could go Grass Sanic and just Healing Wish up my Doggo, because on the same turn he's going to die. So I'm going to go Grass Sanic and Healing Wish up my Doggo. I feel like that is my play. So I'm just going to Healing Wish right here. So if he decides to preserve this thing, he can, but this thing's going to die to burn anyways unless it has Rest. And in which case this thing is going to be a lot harder to take down than what I initially thought. But I'm going to go for the Healing Wish right here and sack off my Shaman, as its job here is done. There's a Doublade, a basically dead Galvantula, and this basically dead Goodra left. So my my Arcanine is perfectly fit to take on all of that. So Goodra's going to go down to the burn. Mega Blastoise taking people with them from the grave. And I can go into my Doggo right now, my Spadef Doggo, and I think Doggo can clean up. Doggo can burn Doublade, can take out Entei with E-Speed, can take out this thing with E-Speed. So I'm not exactly worried, as the Healing Wish is going to come true. My Healing Wish came true for Doggo, and Full Restore. And the Intimidate on the Galvantula. It's a nice play on my opponent's part, but he doesn't really have anything left for my Arcanine, as Entei can't prouse around as long as Arcanine's on full, and Doublade can't 1v1 an Arcanine. It's literally like, his team is now on Entei's back. His Entei is his Yondaya Hokage, for those of you who watch Nappy Snakewood. The Hokage is going to fall, the Hokage falls eventually, and this match is where his Hokage is going to fall. So Galvantula goes down, Arcanine picks up that, so that is a nice, clean little KO right there. And I really enjoyed this team. I'm actually pretty proud of it. So Entei comes in, as the 1v1 right here. I feel like he's going to Extreme Speed, because he outspeeds my Extreme Speed. So honestly, I want to close combat into Will-O-Wisp. So I'm going to go for the close combat. If he goes for Stone Edge, I lose. Oh god, this isn't good. Oh, your boy Arcanine don't care. Your boy Arcanine don't care though. And I don't kill. Jesus Christ. I'm glad I didn't go for E-Speed though. I mean, I can always pick him up with an E-Speed now, or if he wants to preserve this thing, I could try to Will-O-Wisp, but I don't see a reason for him to preserve his Entei now, as the rest of my team just kind of deals with it. He's not banded! Oh, okay. This battle all of a sudden got a little bit harder. Knowing that he's not banded. That's a nice bluff. That's a very nice bluff on Raymon's part. Very nice bluff on his part. I'm just gonna go for a U-turn here. If he decides to preserve this thing, then he does decide to preserve this thing. He's just gonna go for an E-Speed. I know he's adamant, but he's not banded. He's not choiced? I gotta figure out what item he was. But that was a very, very nice bluff on his part. I liked it. Very good job on my opponent's part, indeed. But right now, I have Sunburnt, I have Bubblegum, and I have Sunburnt and Sensei. I can go into Sunburnt, which means that I will take... I don't care about his stab, and I also resist his steel-type attacks. He probably has Sacred Sword, so I'm going to scout for that. I'm going to Volt Switch into my Sylveon, and then see if he goes for that, and then I can go for Shadow Ball. I think I have the game, but it was a lot closer than I expected. But I'm gonna Volt Switch right here, and I'm gonna see what he does. So I'm gonna go Volt Switch into my Sylveon. That's gonna do half anyway. So even if he takes out my Sylveon, I can just go back into my Sunburnt and end this game. So I think I'm gonna get this game in a 2-0, possibly 3-0, depends on what he goes for against my Sylveon, if he can OHKO me. If he predicted this and goes for Iron Head, then that's a very nice play on his part. But no, he does go for the Sacred Sword, which would have killed my Heliolisk. But alas, it didn't. And I can just go for a Shadow Ball here, which is super effective, so it should take it out. So we're going to get up, I think we're going to pick up the KO here with Sylveon Shadow Ball, and yep, that is going to be good game. So, good game to Raymon or Flaming Axel. I will leave a link definitely to his Twitter, and if I can find his YouTube channel, if he has a YouTube channel he uploads to, then I will definitely leave a link to that too, so make sure to check him out. Thank you guys so much for watching this battle, and I think I will talk to you guys in the next video. Hopefully you guys enjoy this format with music playing from the background. I'm probably just going to use one song playing through the entire thing, and then we will have and then the in-game sounds with like cries and stuff. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that kind of format. Let me know in the comments. If not, then I'll only use the cry, and then I can mix it up with other songs in post-production. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.